So this listener says, my wife and I are sleeping in separate beds each night to increase our productivity as entrepreneurs. I do not think that is a good idea. As an entrepreneur who is in a relationship with another entrepreneur, I would say that although your sleep is super, super important, you can get a great night's sleep sleeping next to your partner. Maybe this will take a few extra steps. Maybe a sleep mask, maybe some earplugs, definitely do a meditation before you go to sleep. But sleeping next to your partner is important to the overall connection that you guys have as one relationship. I think that if you are sleeping in separate beds, what goes next? Oh, we don't need to eat dinner together. We don't need to go on vacations together anymore. If you are not sleeping in the same bed as your significant other simply to increase productivity, I think that's going to put a strain on your relationship, which will then put a strain on your business.
Yeah, you gotta know where your values are, and outside of that, physical touch is important. I think oxytocin gets released when there's that human connection, and I think you need the proper chemical alignment in your head to be a proper entrepreneur. However, this is very distracting. However, I also feel where they're coming from, because I'm a pretty quiet sleeper from what I know. You make a lot of noise when you sleep, and like I'll wake up at like 2 a.m. It's just like someone screaming next to me. I'm like, oh my god! I used to fuck up my sleep like a few months ago. Like that, there was and we were vegan too, so I wasn't sleeping naturally anyway. Like I wasn't sleeping properly, and I would wake up and I wouldn't be able to go back to bed. What I did was I put in little earbuds though, and we started meditating right before we went to bed, and that made a huge difference. I will say though, if you just cannot sleep, because sleep is also important. Like if you're getting 3 hours of sleep, doesn't matter how much physical touch you have. Like
and
you're not sleeping right.
If you're not sleeping and you have this subconscious anger towards your significant other, that will cause more issues in the relationship as well.
Yeah.
But I'd say you need to find a way, get a bigger bed, get some earplugs, get your husband or wife snoring strips.
Either like a bigger bed would be a great call. Like I sleep in a queen bed. I kind of wish I had a king bed because I always sleep a little bit better in a king bed. But if you have the space and you can afford it, it also might be a good idea to get 2 separate beds in the same room, because then you have the room for physical touch. Yeah, Dave Asprey does this.
You're an advocate for
if you were
beds in one room?
If you're struggling to sleep, I've gone through periods of time where it's like zombie mode. Like I can't even fully function. Like I'm awake, but I'm not, because I have I'll have like 7 hours of just trash sleep. Like I'm not actually sleeping. It's just like worse than having 4 hours of good sleep. So if it's really like, there's some people that snore really, really loud. Like we don't have that big of an issue. But if there's something that's just destroying your sleep, I'm absolutely an advocate of keep it in the same room, keep the physical touch there if you want it. But then if you're more optimized, like right before you go to bed, go into your bed.
We'll take 2 queen beds, please.
It's not for me, but get a bigger bed, get some kind of sleep buds, some kind of earplug, and if you really need it, get 2 beds, put them in the same room, and call it a day, call it a night.
Save your business and your relationship.